Hi everyone, welcome to Elvis History. In this video, this is going to be about Donna Presley and her cousin Elvis. As from the title, it says Elvis's cousin shares what he was really like to live with and tragic envy admission. Elvis's cousin Donna Presley has spoken about her relationship with the troubled singer ahead what would have been the King's 91st birthday on 8th of January 2026. So stay tuned and I will share all the information I've got on my screen and I will tell you all about it. So stay tuned. From the age of 10 in 1960, Donna lived with her mum, Nashval, and dad, William Pritchett, and sister Suzie in a plush mobile home on the Graceland estate. While work was done on her iconic house, her dad was estate manager for this and Elvis' earlier Circle G ranch in Mississippi, where they had also lived. Speaking exclusively to the Mirror, Donna, who eventually worked in the Graceland office for Elvis' dad, Vernon, said he was always just Elvis to us. We were a close extended family and that's why so many of us lived on the estate or worked with him. Now a roving ambassador for the Presley family, travelling the world, telling fans the stories of their lives, she said global success made her like a bird in a gilded cage, unable to know who he could trust. Elvis had a nickname for everyone. Mine was Donnie, she said. When I was 18, we were chatting in our grandmother's room. He was sat on the floor and said, I envy you, Donnie, as people like you for you. I don't have that luxury. I never know if someone likes me because I'm Elvis or Elvis Presley. Nowhere was his value as a commodity rather than a person more evident than straight after Elvis's death. Donna, who lives in Arkansas, recalls just 24 hours after his death, his manager, Colonel Tom Parker, was getting Elvis' devastated dad Vernon to sign business contracts securing future deals. Uncle Vernon was trying to plan his own child's funeral, but Parker insisted he signed these contracts, even though he was in no fit state to. I met Parker twice, and I was not impressed. Donna's mum, Nashval, was the youngest of Vernon's 4 siblings, who were raised in Tupelo, Mississippi, by their mum, Minnie Mae, nicknamed Dodger, and dad, Jesse Presley, who ditched the family at their home in Tupelo, Mississippi when Vernon was a young boy. Mum was 9 years older than Elvis and lived next door to him. His dad and mum, Gladys, says Donna. She's often babysit Elvis, and when he was there, he told her that one day he would buy his parents a big house and lots of cars. Elvis always believed his talents were God-given, but his parents and my mum all had loving singing voices. His amazing looks came from his parents and ancestors. We Presleys all have the hooded eyes and high cheekbones, but Gladys's grandmother was a Cherokee Indian called Mourning Dove, and that's where his dark complexion came from. Donna, who recalls her mum's sister Delta and Dodger also living on the Graceland estate, shares a touching memory of her mother and Elvis. Mum was a pastor at the Presley family church, the Assembly of God. Elvis would often call her to his bedroom to read and discuss the Bible. He'd ask her, "Why me, Aunt Nash? Why was I given these talents?" she says. Donna also observed Elvis' love matches down the years. She says, "I knew his first love, Anita Wood, very well. We all loved her. Of Priscilla, who he met when she was 14 and he was 24 in September 1959, when he was doing national service in Germany," she said. "I think Elvis was taken by Priscilla's beauty. She was like a porcelain doll with her perfect features. I think for a time he was in love with her, but eventually I feel he had love of her. However, he told his parents he had honourable intentions to their daughter, and he kept his word, marrying her in 1967. After the couple split in 1973, Elvis met local beauty queen Linda Thompson, who Donna believes was the love of his life. Elvis was not faithful to any woman, he said, but the closest he got to it was the first year he spent with Linda. They had so much in common, both from the same era, similar spiritual beliefs, and she loved him for him. Linda was with him for 4 years, but left when she realized she had to forge her own life, could not live where they slept in the day and came alive at night. She adored Elvis, and he did her. She saved his life several times after drug-related incidents, and I believe he might have lived had she stayed with him, but Linda had a right to a life too. She and I are friends, and she is a fabulous woman. By the time of his death, he was seeing another beauty queen, Ginger Alden, who was 21 years his junior. Dismissive of her, Donna calls her cold and says she was very pretty, and that's about all I can say of her. By the time of his death, Elvis was overweight and using large amounts of drugs. His drug use began in the army, as he had insomnia and twisted colon, says Donna. Over the years, he needed medication to wake up, then to sleep. He didn't consider he had a drug problem, though doctors overprescribed him, who would say to him, one doctor later said he was surprised he didn't die on stage. In the run-up of his final tour, Donna recalls her mother, who died in 1994, saying to him, "Elvis, you don't need to go on tour. You are exhausted." Donna continues, "He turned to Aunt Nash and said, 'If I don't go, I will be okay financially. But all these people who depend on me for work, the vendors, selling goods, technicians, musicians, will lose money. I can't do that to them.' He failed to take care of himself while taking care of others. Married with 2 sons and living a few minutes' drive from him when Elvis died, Donna still visited the house every day to see her family. Recalling the day he died, she said, 'Mum rang me sobbing, pray for Elvis.' Then 20 minutes later, she rang again, saying, 'It's too late, he's gone. Come to Graceland.' I couldn't understand what she meant, so I drove over, walked in the back door to Dodger's room, for Uncle Vernon was sat outside on the phone. I knelt down and hugged him. 'He's gone, honey. I don't know what I would do without him,' he cried repeatedly. He didn't mean the money, he meant he had lost his only child." Dodger was weeping. She had lived with them most of her life, and she and Elvis were very close. We gathered in her room. Lisa was only 9 and was driving about the grounds in a golf cart. The shock of her daddy's death not registering. But she had lost her compass in life, and it impacted her until her death at just 54 in January 2023. Just 48 hours after his death, Elvis was lying in honour in his living room, where Donna recalls witnessing Vernon and Dodger, then 87, view his body for the first time. Vernon laid his hand on Elvis' chest and whispered, "I will be with you soon, son." Dodger was devastated and could not grasp he was dead. When Vernon died 2 years later, Dodger laid her hand on her son and repeated his word, "I will be with you soon, son." Vernon never recovered. Every breath he took sounded like his last. When I worked with him in the office, it would break my heart to see him sat at a desk staring at Elvis's grave. Vernon died aged 63 in 1979, while Dodger died in 1980, aged 90, and both are buried alongside Elvis at Graceland. A singer and an actor, Donna recalls Elvis' generosity. "He was so generous to those he loved," she said. "When he found out my dad had never been on a plane and he needed a part for a broken lawnmower, Elvis arranged for him to fly to Wisconsin to buy the part." Elvis loved his family. We were his safety net. I think if he had lived, he would have become a serious actor, as he had the talent, but obviously would continue to sing. We were blessed to have him in our family. What can I say? It's so sad the way Elvis went down. Oh my goodness. What a story. And that is coming from a true Presley, Donna Presley. So, there's nothing more for me to say, as I've said it all just now. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And like I always say, hit that notification bell and click the all button so you won't miss out. And please subscribe to Donna Presley's channel on YouTube. It's official, and she tells it the way it is, because she lived with Elvis. She knows the stories, and they are true. So do go and join her channel if you haven't already. What a wonderful woman. And now, thanks for watching, and like always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care everyone. Bye.
Elvis has left the building.